Hello, my name is Joshua. This is me recording a video due to an assignment for public speaking. The topic that I want to share is about bipolar disorder. So let's imagine for a moment that you are driving a car. Usually, you have full control over the steering wheel, the gas, and the brakes, the road, and the engine runs smoothly. Now, imagine that suddenly, without warning, the gas pedals get stuck to the floor. The car is racing at 200 kilometers per hour. You feel invisible, terrified, and accelerated all at once. And you think you can drive forever without sleep or fuel. Then, just as suddenly, the engine dies. The car stops in the middle of a dark, deserted road. You can't restart it. You can't even open the door to get out. You are trapped in silence and darkness. So, ladies and gentlemen, fellow students and honorable lecturers, this metaverse is the closest many of us can come to understanding what it feels like to live with bipolar disorders. So it's not just about having a bad day or being moody. It is a serious mental health condition that affects millions of people globally, yet it remains misunderstood. So today I want to invite you to look past the stigma and understand the reality of these conditions. So what exactly is bipolar disorder, right? So yeah, scientifically, it is a brain disorder that causes unusual shifts in moods, energy, activity levels, and the ability to carry out day-to-day tasks. So it is characterized by two distinct episodes, mania and depression. So like during a manic episode, the high a person might feel euphoric. They might stay up for days studying for an exam without feeling tired, talk incredibly fast, or make impulsive decisions, spending their entire semester's allowance in one day. To maybe to an outsider, they might look productive or energetic, but internally it is chaotic and exhausting. On the flip side, there is a deficit episodes, so I will call it the low. So this isn't just a sadness; it is a crushing weight. Getting out of bed feels like lifting a boulder in your shoulder, I think. And yeah, the things they used to love, hanging out with friends, or hanging out with family, or listening to music, or even eating, it will lose all flavor. And in between these extremes, people with bipolar disorder are just like you and me. They are capable, intelligent, and ambitious. But unfortunately, because we don't talk about this enough, myths start to spread. So, myth number one, bipolar disorder is just a fancy word for mood swings. We all get grumpy when we are hungry or stressed during exam week, so that is normal. But bipolar disorder is kind of different. So basically, it is a chemical imbalance in the brain that requires medical treatment. Maybe I can just diabetics request insulin. And myth number two, people with bipolar disorders can handle pressures. I think this myth is very dangerous misconceptions because especially in high stresses environments like ours here at PKN STAN, we often think that to be a successful student or a future state financier, I think, we must be stoic robots who never struggle. But the truth is, many high functioning individuals living with this disorder, they sit next to us in class, they ace the accounting exams, they participate in organizations, but they are fighting a silent battle to maintain that balance every single day. So, yeah, why am I bringing this up here in our campus? Because we live in unique ecosystems. We are trained to be disciplined. We have attendance rules, dropout rates, and high academic standards. The pressure to be perfect is immense. So, in such an environment, admitting you are struggling can feel like weakness. And if someone with bipolar disorders or any mental health conditions struggles, feel they will be judged or seen as unfit for duty, they will hide, they will suffer in silence until the crash. So fellow students or yeah, anyone who hear this video. So we need to realize that mental resilience isn't about never breaking down. It's about knowing when to fall over to the side of the road and ask for a mechanic. Recognizing symptoms in ourselves or our friends is not a betrayal of our disciplines. It is an act of responsibility to ourselves and to the future we are building. So the conclusion is, what can we do? I think we don't need to be psychiatrists or psychologists, psychologists. We just need to be a human. So if you notice a friend acting out of character, maybe they are reckless one week and withdrawn the next, don't label them as drama queens or lazy. Ask them, are you okay? And actually listen to the answer. So let's normalize these conversations that our brains, just like our bodies, sometimes it gets sick, and just like a broken leg, they can heal with the right support. So yeah, this is uh, maybe my message to people who hear this video. And thank you very much.